Welcome back to the series of HR records. And the video today, we're going to look at question and answers. Question and answers is under HR, and this is where we draft or create articles that inform internal organizations, where you can create an article for support, an article that you want the staff to know or be aware of, and the staff will be able to ask you questions on that article where they need support from that particular article. First, to create articles, we have to have groups. So we have, like for instance, here we've already created compliance, a customer service group. And if you want to create a group, we'll just go under groups. From under groups, we'll be able to say we want to add a new group and say this group will have IT team or an IT group. And then we'll be able to give it a different shade of color on that. All IT related articles for new staff, and it could be order number 3 and how it will appear on our article board. Once you've created that, you're able to save. Once you save, you can continue adding a new group, or we are capable of adding an article from here or a new group. We can create a new article from here or go to Q&A under HR records and create a new group. So once we say articles, we can create a new article and say new article. So a new article probably will, subject matter will be risk registers, and the group that we want this to be is the compliance group. We can show to employees, we can disable, or we can show the articles to employees. And if there's any query arising from that article and it requires support, we can attach a document on that. They can attach a document which can be part of what those who are allowed to see the article, those who are allowed in this group could be able to see that article. Then we can have an entire article written here. Once the article is written, we click save. The staff will have access. We can delete this article. We can go on and add a new article. There is the document that they will be able to view the document when they are doing the article, when they're reading the article. They have that entire article on this. So the article register pops up, and if everything is fine, then you save that. So that article would appear under compliance when you look at our HR records under Q&A. So here is the risk register article. We can edit. So the person in charge of the article is here. And if a staff reads this article and they require to ask for support, they can send to the person in charge. And the subject could be probably, I do not understand, or our department, or risk register in our department. Kindly clarify how we can set a risk register in our department. This will go to the person that has written the article, and they will be able to assist in terms of responding to the person or to the reader of this article. So that's how we can create a new article. To create a new article, we'll say new article, and we'll choose the relevant group, or we can add systems setup article. This is onboarding onto the system. We can save once we set up a new article. And once the article is set, it can be shown to all employees. The person in charge probably will be this person who's the head of IT, or the person in IT who has written the article. And then once the article is done, attach the article, can be able to save. So all articles can be seen from a Kanban view, or they can be seen from a listing view. Under HR records, under Q&A is where we'll see all articles that are written, or we can have them viewed under lists as a list, or view in a Kanban view. And that's how we develop a Q&A for internal articles. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.